Hello, Echo Casters. It is I, Echo Craft, driving to work again. It's going to be a late night. And here I am again talking about a certain drum machine. So, yesterday I had some people say in the comments that I was comparing the TR8S and the TR8 to the LinnDrum machine, or the Behringer LM drum machine, LM I guess it's called. So that's not really what I was doing. I wasn't actually talking about that and comparing them. Basically was just, saying that those are the drum machines that I owned and that I do, they're definitely different beasts. I mean, and I really wish I could remember the one by Yamaha. I forget what it was. It was big though. It was a big machine, and it sounded really good. But they're all different, the TR505 was one of my first drum machines, like I said before, and I thought, that was very cool. It was very limited, very small, compact size. Look it up if you want to on YouTube. Check it out. There are a few videos out on it. And, they're really nice drum machines. And they're like I said, they're very limited. They did sound kind of like, I don't know, kind of like an in-between of the TR909 and the 808 machine. But I liked it, and it was cheap. At the time, it was expensive, and I bought it. But yeah, so I mean, I wasn't trying to compare them. I was just saying that, the LinnDrum is definitely unique, and it was definitely a milestone when it came to the drum sounds, because they were sampled drum sounds, and they sounded amazing. And I know that there are a couple of people out there that own the originals, and the originals were able to, I believe, they were able to take the EEPROMs out and put the new ones in. That's from what I understand. And they could have different sounds. Again, I played one a long time ago, but I never really owned one, so I don't really know the logistics behind it. But, I gotta get over in this lane. Hold on a second. There we go. Wow, a lot of traffic today. Great. Probably be late for work. Love it. Anyway, I know that, and there was another, I think it was the LinnDrum Expander, I believe. It was, I think that was the one that you could actually, they used to call it blowing on the EEPROM, which allowed you to put your own sounds on it. Anybody out there know? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what you're able to do. Now, from what I understand and what I'm hearing is that you're able to load your own sounds on the Behringer one. Now, the TR8S, which I own, I love the fact that all I needed is an SD card and I can load any sounds I want on it, which I have. I loaded some Simmons drums on it, which made it sound really good. Which I do use the TR8S, and I like it. It's a great drum machine. I like the fact that you're able to load samples on it. The TR8, which I own as well, doesn't allow you to do that, but it's a great sounding drum machine. And I bought all the packs to it, the 606, the 909 kits, I believe the 707. So yeah, I bought all the kits that go to that. And at the time, because I own the drum kit, I own the machine, I believe I got that, I got them cheaper or something like that. I forget when Roland released them. But I ended up loading up that drum machine with those sounds. Another drum machine that I own, like I said, is the the Drum Brute Impact by Arturia, which is all fully analog, and it also has an FM synth built into it, which does some really unique things. Now I have that. What I like about that drum machine is it has individual outs for certain things, like the kick drum, the snare, I believe the hi-hats, but it has the out on the FM synth part, which I thought was cool. And basically, I have that running out into the VT3 vocoder by Roland, the Aria vocoder by Roland, and I have that running out of that into the slicer pedal by Roland, by Boss, or Roland, Boss, I believe. And the slicer pedal is really unique because it does some interesting things. You can hook that up to keyboards as well, and it creates patterns. So maybe I'll do a demo of that again, because that was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, man, I like drum machines. You know, I own a bunch of them. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to this drum machine coming out by Behringer. Some people are saying it's going to be around $699. I don't believe that. I think it's going to be around $399, $499. I could be wrong. Who knows what it's priced at? But I'm looking forward to it. I want to check it out. I'll probably buy it because I do love drum machines. The things that I double up on when I buy stuff are drum machines and vocoders. I didn't go after the Moog Spectravox, I believe it's called. It didn't appeal to me. I didn't really like it. I guess if you run stuff through it, it actually sounds pretty cool, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. And I know that, you know, that Moog actually makes a really expensive vocoder. As anything else that Moog makes, it's very expensive, you know, except for their small modules, but even those are expensive. But, you know, I've owned a couple of them, excuse me, and I don't know, you know, like that just never appealed to me. And the really expensive one is super nice. A lot of people have used it on tracks. I know, I believe it's Daft Punk that used that one on their albums. It sounds amazing, but you know, I think it's like $5,000. That's insane. I'm not going to spend $5,000 on a vocoder to get robotic voices and stuff when I could spend $299 on a VT4, you know, which I own. You know, I don't know what it is. You know, when I was a kid, I always wanted vocoders. I used to hear them, and I always wanted them, and they were very expensive back then. So when they came out, just like the drum machines, I bought the ones that are out now because I always wanted them. You know, but yeah. So you know, I don't know, man. I really dig drum machines. I have a TR9 or TR09, I believe, that's a boutique version. They discontinued making that boutique, and I have to tell you, I was going to put it up for sale, and I found out that it's actually worth more money than I bought it for brand new. It's one that's sought after right now. So, so yeah. So I'm really. I was going to sell it, but I'm really thinking of hanging on to it. There's a couple of pieces in the closet, in the studio that I'm going to get rid of. And that's not one of them now. I actually got to break that out, I said yesterday, because I really want to experiment with it again. I did some great tracks. There's some tracks of that on my first album, Ribbon of Time. You guys check it out. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. It's everywhere. Echo Craft, Ribbon of Time. There's Ribbon of Time Deluxe too. That was an extended version of that album. There's a few more tracks that I had put on it when I was signed to TMP Records, and you can hear that drum machine. It's all over it. But anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick little video heading to work. I'm almost there. And I can see everybody in the chat, and I wanted to say hi to everybody. I can't I can't answer any questions or see anybody in the chat because my eyes are old and I'm driving, and I don't really want to try to focus on that right now because I'll get into a car accident, and I like to live a little bit longer. Or don't want to hurt anybody either. So anyway, like I always say, guys, stay frosty, stay creative, and have a great day. And hopefully we'll see you maybe this evening. Who knows?